I'm Stacy D. I play guitar and sing.
I'm Myra Galarza. I play the drums.
I'm Lynn Lee. I play bass and I sing too.
I'm Jenny Cotterill. I play guitar and sing.
Yay! All right, can you tell us about your albums that you have released? How many?
We've released, well, a total of 3, but 2 on the Fat Records label. First one was self-titled, I believe. Yeah.
Yep, self-titled, self-released.
And then after that was our first 4-song EP on Fat Records called Boss Lady. And then we had released a full-length album called Not Sorry last year in June.
2015.
That was not a fart.
I was farting. Okay.
We did a couple, we did a split. We put out a 7-inch split with a song called Dawn.
I forgot about it. I'm all, did we? Okay.
Yeah, we did. We also just did a 4-way split with a couple bands out of Germany. That was cool.
No,
Yes. U.S. bands.
U.S. bands,
Germany.
but a German
label.
Yes.
German label.
So it's Success and the Decline, and I think it's the Boss Effect and Us. So
Yeah,
it's a 4-way split. We just did.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so what is the favorite song that you guys have released so far? Because you've released 4 albums, so I mean you've done some stuff. So what's the song that you love to play that you've released so far that gets you in a mood?
I can't choose
You know,
one.
every single song, every song that we sing, I feel those words every time I'm singing them. Still.
That's
So when I'm
fantastic.
playing it, I'm like shaking my head no at the no parts because I feel that way
Yeah.
Right.
when I'm singing
Yeah.
it. Still. So Support, a song Lynn wrote, is probably my favorite to play because there's some cool guitar things I get to do that's not just, bar chords.
Yeah. Mine is Sugarcane. I like that song a lot, and there's a big message behind it, but it also gets me going too. I love all our songs, so it's hard to
It really
pick.
is.
But I feel as far as a live song when I play it, that really gets me going. Even though it's later in the set, but yeah, I'm already going in the beginning when I'm saying, but it's just a good song. It's a great song.
I like both of those.
Yeah.
And I also like playing Rodeo because
Rodeo's a good
every time we play that song,
Oh,
that
yeah.
is the point in which we
Grab the crowd.
Connect
grab
with
the crowd by the cojones or whatever we have, and then it's like if they don't
Everybody
respond to
knows it,
that,
too, huh?
they're dead. They never jump.
They're dead
you know?
inside.
Yeah, and I know they are, and it's like, well, it's not us, it's you then, because this song rocks your face off.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
All right.
totally.
I can't choose. I'm sorry.
I love them
I
all
like playing
equally.
them all, so.
We're gonna torture you medieval style for not being able to answer that question. To the stockades. Okay. We understand that Stacy D and Fat Mike were friends when you had already recorded the Boss Lady 7-inch songs when you got signed. And those recordings were the first album released on Fat Wreck. Can you tell us about the recording experience for the full-length album, Not Sorry? What studio did you choose, engineer, mastering? Like, what was that experience like?
We always work with Davey Warsop at Hurley Studios.
For everything we record.
He's like our invisible member of this band. He's a prince, he's a genius, he has great taste, he's
from England.
super fast and efficient. The studio's glorious, you know? So we had done, the only thing that's different is that Mike produced us a little bit on Not Sorry, but everything else, I mean, Davey has produced everything in addition to Not Sorry, so it was chill. He's great.
For Birmingham.
He's the best.
Birmingham.
Oh, Davey.
But Mike, we went to his house and we played him, I don't know, like 25 songs we had, and we nailed. He was like, "No, why would you write a song about that? It's not news. You know what I mean? You're not changing the world with this one. You know what I mean? Like, or these lyrics could be better. Let's rewrite this. Or this needs to be changed to minor. Or and that really got us. And then we knocked it down to the 13 songs? 12 songs?
I don't know.
13.
13 songs we
That's
got on
right.
our first full length, you know what I mean? And then went back to Davey because we demoed them with Davey, took them to Mike, showed Mike, changed them, recorded everything that the notes he gave us, took it back to Davey, song by song, went through all the notes and everything and made the record. That's how we did it.
So having self-released an album, what is the difference between self-releasing and then working with a record label?
Money and sales. You know, I thought for sure I was going to be buried with those self-titled EPs, and then as soon as Fat announced that they were going to do something with us, the internet was like, ping, 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 like we sold out. People wanted that one because people care about the label, and it's an endorsement, and I can't. It's huge. It's everything. We were opening every show for terrible bands and being like, we're the best band. We're the only ones not getting paid. We're playing at 8 o'clock and it's clearing out. Like, this is bullshit. But then with that, then, you know, people want to.
The world stands up and takes notice, and then it's up to you to work your ass off to make the fan.
We were working our
And
ass
there was
off.
a built-in fan. Yeah, we
But
always worked our ass off. That's
It's
for sure.
just like
Right.
having a big brother or sister that's like,
Yeah.
nope, you're going to respect these
We've
people.
always did the DIY thing. Everything we did we did everything ourselves. To the point, you know, we got on Fat, but we still do a lot of things ourselves, even though we're on the label. The label doesn't do everything that we do. I
So
mean,
touch on that. Go
Okay.
a little bit further on that one.
Okay.
So what is the most shocking thing that you would have thought that a record label would do but you're still doing? Like, what are the things that you still do?
we do a lot of promoting for our band, you know, whether it's a show, we promote it. We do the flyers.
We got our own booking agent.
Yeah, we got our own
Yeah.
booking agent. The only different, they don't do our merch. We handle and do our merch.
We pay for everything.
Yeah.
You know?
So, I mean, a lot of it, we are still doing it. And the thing with the label, I mean, we do have that big support from them as far as distribution and all the other, reaching all the really important medias
They
that
have a
we
great
cannot.
PR person.
Right.
Vanessa Bird.
Like, it's huge.
She's a genius.
You know, they're worldwide. I think if we weren't on this label and we were doing what we're doing, it would just take us a little longer to get
Yeah.
known across
It would be the same.
the
yeah,
world.
there's a built-in fan base for Fat
And
Records.
yeah.
Period.
And
so
this
all
is
those
like,
fans are
being with them is instant.
willing to
It's-
give you a chance.
Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
But we still have to go out and work. If we're not going to go out and play our asses off, just because we're on Fat Records doesn't mean that a big band is going to be like, hey, you're on Fat, let's go on
Yeah.
tour. You know,
You
let's
have to
give
book
you
a
chance.
tour.
You've got to kick.
you
You've
know.
got to kick ass. You got to go out and work.
We were just talking about
You got to
that.
prove yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
and as women here, like us 4 women, and not too many of us out there, like in bands right now. But the fact that we're still
More
in,
than ever.
you know, and pretty still a male dominated, you know, scene. You know, punk is still, you know.
Very
And
much.
so we have
Always
to go out,
has been since
we have
the
to go out and kill it as much as we can and prove ourselves, so that we can make a point that we're here and this is what we're doing, and we're gonna hopefully kill it, and things will happen and come to us as we do it. But we all have to put in the time and the work. It doesn't come to us just because we're on Fat. We don't want people to think, oh, we get it. No, it doesn't come to us. We have to go out and get it. We still have to go out and get it. No
It just
matter
gives
what.
you a little. It gives you. I won't say a little. It gives you a huge. Okay, now fly.
Boost.
Right,
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
good boost, definitely.
But it's up to you. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so then in that same kind of realm, what advice would you give to a band, an indie band that's just coming in, that's about to be signed? Like, what advice would you give to them?
That's
It
about
depends
to
on
be
the
signed?
label.
Yeah,
I mean, our
depends
label's
on the
kind of
label.
different.
I mean, just in general, like a generalization of like maybe, well, you know, take your experience, like a girls or like not an all girl, because that's going to be like mind blowing if another one came along, but like just girls, punk band, label coming in, never been signed. What advice would you give?
Oh my god. I don't know. Be yourself. I would get super
Yeah.
grossed out when
Yeah.
specifically women are like overproduced and overstyled and kind of narrowed down to fit this weird thing, because it's nonsense. Like, it's gotta stop. I mean, I think that's really what is revolutionary about this band, and we're not even trying to be revolutionary. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my god, you guys are kind of old and you're all different shapes. What the fuck? Like, how'd you do that? And it's like, we just grew up like this. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
Yeah, we're just ourselves. Like, if you
But
see,
it's a
we're not,
feature,
you know
you
what I
know?
mean?
There's
It's
a-
like,
there's
we're
a
not
real-
wearing these.
There's a real cool thing about sticking to your DIY roots. If you
Yeah.
can do that, that fan base will carry you along forever. The DIY scene
Yeah.
is everywhere in this country, everywhere in the world. You know what I mean? And those people will ride with you wherever you go,
Yeah.
whether you're on a label or not. You know, if
Stay
you've got
friends with the friends that helped you out
Yeah,
in the
totally.
beginning. Like,
Totally.
they're
Think of
the
little
most-
people.
yeah, they're the most open, liberal people, and don't care if we're older
No.
women or we're not dressed like sex symbols. You know what I mean? Like, we're just our fucking selves, and that's what is getting us somewhere.
Well, I mean, you know, it's that thing. It's like you can always smell bullshit a mile away.
Oh,
And so
right.
it's like if like basically what you're saying is like you guys are you guys,
Period.
Yeah.
Right.
and
And
that's
we have passion behind what we do. Like
Yeah.
we're not doing it just to, okay, let's just do this for now and then.
maybe we should write up something.
You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, like
Yeah.
no, we don't do that stuff. I mean, we're not trying to fit into any type of, I guess, what would you say, category or any type of, I don't know,
Genre.
what genre. I mean, we are our own, and I mean,
I disagree with that.
Oh.
I think we are fitting into a genre.
We are,
and it's one
okay.
that we're creating on our own. That
Okay,
hasn't
true.
been like, we're not like a group where it's like, no matter how many times we've been told like, you remind us of blah blah blah, and it's like always the same. They're like, you remind us of Gwen Stefani, you are.
Just inarticulate comparisons.
Right,
Yeah,
some of them
completely,
are.
like,
it's like what?
But now that we've been given this opportunity to be able to explore the world and stuff like that, people actually are seeing what we're doing and are, you know, it's not even, they're recognizing that we are our own thing, you know, like it's flattering to be compared to, some groups out there, but there's never been more of a group that's been themselves and not trying to sound like anything else. Like we're like, okay, Stacey has her, everybody has their patterns that they're all incorporating into this, and it's a really diplomatic group of people.
That is
And no one's
For
trying
women,
to out
yeah.
diva
Drop
anybody else or
that's the
anything.
cool thing. There's
Nobody-
no fucking divas
yeah.
in this band. If one person were to be like, you guys have to do everything for me all the time, it would be like, fuck you out.
Yeah.
None of us would stay.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
It's
that's the
real
cool thing, is
diplomatic.
like nobody gets we all get the spotlight on us because we won't allow
At some
one-
point.
you know what I mean?
Right.
At some point.
Yeah.
And it's yeah. That's
But nobody tries like to deliberately outshine the other person.
No,
Like, that's
it would
not
be
what this is about.
celebrating our difference and being like, that's what
Yeah.
you do, you're at it, go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's how we're acting.
Yeah.
That positivity and happiness is another thing that's unbeatable. You know, people want to see us play because our energy is fucking killer. You know what I mean? It's positive and it's
Yeah,
pure.
post-election, I feel like Santa. We keep coming to
Yeah.
these places. We've been in the South, and like every night we're meeting, women and people that, like, a lot of people have been telling us that they're queer. I don't know if you guys have been noticing that, but
Yeah.
since the election, like 6 to 20 people a night are like, I'm queer, and like my partner,
People
and they're
up
just
off
like
off the street
reaching out, like,
will come up
Yeah,
to us
I
if they
think you
see us.
get it, and I feel like
Just want to reach out and say, love
Yeah.
you back.
Yeah,
kind of thing. You know what I
right,
mean?
I'm happy for you.
And like,
you
thank
know?
you for just being out there doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because, there needs to be more of that. So, and my thing, if you're a band that's trying to get signed or you're getting signed, I would say just be true to yourself.
Be humble.
And be humble and be ready to work too and put in the work and the time.
Not
'Cause
just
if you're
extras.
not,
Yeah.
if you're not ready for that, you can't expect and wait for things to come to you. You have to go out and
Yeah.
get it. And
Yeah.
we have not been sitting here. We're not, you know what I mean? We're not.
No
being
one's like
posh.
trolling a list
And
of bands on the
yeah,
internet
we're
and
not
be
like rolling in
I'll sign
limos
this
and tour
band
buses
based
and
on
things like
nothing.
that.
Like,
you know?
you have to be busy. So,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, we are enjoying what we're doing, and it is a lot of work. And but we're having. That's the thing. Have fun doing what you're doing, because if you don't, then you shouldn't be doing it.
Because it's not making
Yeah,
any money.
get out now. Right, exactly. And the money will come, and it will. I mean, it doesn't come not for everybody right away. I mean, we're not in those times anymore where you got these big labels just throwing money at you. And if independent's where it's at, I would say that's where the real deal is.
Yeah, if
I
you
mean,
can get
do
into a
that.
strong independent label, do it and stick by your
Because
guns
that-
and
that's
be
what
yourself and
matters.
make your own rules and live by them. No, really.
Sorry for saying it.
Oh no, I'm in it to win it.
Okay.
Like, this is great. Speaking of a lot of work, you guys are touring a lot. So this is kind of a two-part question. How many days of the year are you on tour? Like, so far this year, for example, and how beneficial is touring for your band?
Touring is how you're gonna make
Any
anything.
money.
Any money.
Yeah, we've been
This
gone for
year-
16 weeks.
Yeah, this year we
whole
had
year?
a meeting in
This whole
January, and we're like, okay, there's a million reasons to say no to this, but like the point is like things are moving for us now. We've got to do it now. We can't. Everybody's got to agree to like go all
Not
in
be
and
scared
push together. And so we did
go
it,
for it.
and we said we'd do it for a year, and it's been a huge year.
Huge
It
year
has
for us.
been.
We've been gone probably 45%
Of the year.
of the year.
Yeah. And you have to, if you want to be a successful band, if you're going to be, unless you're a YouTube sensation, which happens, you know,
Right.
Bieber got huge from that, but, and a lot of people do, a lot of people do, but,
You're the first person to ever bring up Bieber. in
Yeah,
these-
right.
in these-
She loves the beats.
I know.
She
No, I mean, no. There's no judgment. I'm just saying you're the first.
Yeah.
Maybe it's gonna steamroll after
So
this.
yeah,
We're gonna really.
Who was that one, Gungan style? I think he's the one that had the, you know.
I don't know, but
Internet
you know what I'm saying,
success,
if by classic band rules,
Yeah.
by old classic, you
Yeah.
know, dirty band rules, get on the road and tour, because that's where you're going to make your money, that's where you're going to make your fan base, that's where you're going to create.
Also, you have to
yourself.
do the loop a couple times. We were told this so many times, and I was like, yeah, I get it. And then like when we did it, and I saw the numbers, I was like, spit take, like they were right. Like if you
It's
go
so true.
somewhere you've been anywhere before,
Yeah.
you will make. Your attendance will be like triple at least.
Yeah.
You're gonna make triple at least at the merch table. Like we were about to take a tour where we hadn't been any of those places before, and it was like I was like looking at the math and I was like, guys, I don't think we can do this tour because we've never been to any of those places, and like there wouldn't be a point where we would actually like make any money because it would be new. Whereas like the tour we're on right now, we've been some of these places and like it's stupid. Every night that you've been somewhere before, it's like at least double everything. Humans, money at the table, like so you have to go. You have to like
You have to do
pay
it.
out
Another
to
thing,
get paid.
I want to go back and say another thing is being at the merch table, so you
God,
can meet your
yeah.
fans, increases your sales probably double.
Yeah.
At least.
Close to it, because everybody wants, human nature. It's like you feel guilty if you want to go up and talk to somebody, you then
And
feel
take a
like obligated
picture.
to have to buy something. You ask for a fucking
Right.
picture. So
Yeah.
that's little things to get those extra. We're on the last week of this tour, and I was saying the other night, like we need to go out and get every fucking penny we can
And
by being there. As much as nobody really wants to be there, and we've got a
Right.
person to do it.
I
but-
love it. I mean, I lose my voice every night doing it because I'm like, who are you?
Yeah, because we
But-
meet so many amazing people,
We
people
really
that
do.
want to, they want stuff
people
signed.
that drove 3 to 5 hours
Yeah.
to see us play.
Like pictures,
In
and I
places
think
we've
that
never played,
interaction, right?
you know?
The interaction with people coming to see you is awesome because then it makes them, oh my god, I'm gonna come see you tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell
we have
my
people from
sister,
last
I'm gonna tell
night.
my daughter,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell my brother, like, and then
Yeah.
you meet these people and like,
Yeah.
you met my sister and she signed this and she
Yeah.
said you were rad and you're rad, and it's like,
Yeah.
you're rad, like, I like your
It's like a
family.
real appreciation
Yeah.
for the fan base.
Totally,
you
that's
know?
the part about staying humble. Like, don't get a big head
Don't,
and
just don't.
act like that's
You
not my
can't.
job,
You
and I
can't.
don't. Why should I have to do that?
Yeah.
Trust me, you will see why you need
This
to do
is
that.
work.
Having
This is a job.
a friendly and engaged and invested merch person is enormous too.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times I think bands choose somebody like sexy, and I think that actually that's kind of intimidating, and just by the nature of being like, if you were always sexy, like you don't have to be a friendly person usually, like, and
Yeah.
you don't really strive to be any good at anything. I said it, but like, so I meet a lot of people that are like, oh, your merch person is stunning, but like I'm watching no one spend money at your table because they're like intimidating and not friendly, and they're looking at a phone, or like they're just sitting there like this. We have the cutest little guy at our merch table. He's like a Mexican garden gnome. You just want to pinch his cheeks. He talks to everybody. He's
Yeah,
like,
somebody walks by, he's
"This
like,
is
"Hey, bud, you should
He
check
knows
this out,"
everything
you know?
about the bands. He like goes to shows, so he'll be like, great shirt, like, and he's really doing it. He's not like
It's honest.
schmoozing,
Yeah.
you know, like,
Yeah.
so just be honest.
There's no
Put in
car
the work.
salesman
doing
thing.
it.
No,
Yeah,
no,
car
that.
salesman
Yeah.
in our team.
No.
Yeah.
We don't have anything.
But
slick
having a
going
sales
on.
quota helps.
Yeah, we have a quota. We have
Well, it's
a
always good to have goals.
It's
That's
a
that's
goal.
totally different.
We have
It's
goals.
very
And it's
very
not like
important to
we're-
have goals, because then it's like, oh, this is achievable.
Yeah.
I've been setting my sights too low.
Yes.
I need to go up.
It's nice when you've exceeded
exactly
that expectation
Yeah.
every show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we came close to like not achieving it, and then
Yeah,
it was
our
like,
quota
oh
was-
well, even if we're not achieving that like one day, or like if we reach like $20 over our goal,
Yeah.
like that's still that's like
At least we knew what we wanted.
we're still
you
going
know?
above par. You know what I mean? Like we're going
Yeah.
above what we're expecting.
And it's
We
not
are.
like we're money grubbing people. We just want to make this
No.
work as
You
much as
can
we're
make
You wanna
money
get home.
doing
We
this.
want-
Yeah,
Right,
we're
we
gonna get
wanna
home
be
and
able
buy
to
food
eat.
pills for our animals.
Yeah,
I mean, look
Yeah, man, I got
But
some
it can be done, that's the thing. You don't you don't gotta do all this and go out and actually like not expect anything in return. You can actually make money doing this, but it's not
But you have to
something that
put
we can-
forth the work.
You have to
You
work
have
for
to
it.
do
You
the
have
work.
to work.
It's not
And
like
another thing too to keep in mind, it also depends on who you're touring
That's
with.
not doing anything.
You know what I mean? So, like for us, this tour doing it with the Interrupters has been a huge success because we both have, you know, if it not the same, different markets of people, and we've been together for almost 6 years, and there's been so many people that have come out to see us on this tour that have seen us for just the first time.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Or have never
And-
heard of us.
Yeah, or
It's
never
like
heard
a
of
really
us, and then it's
match,
like
Yeah.
instant
you know?
fans, like both of our we've had our fans come that never seen Interrupters and heard of them, and they're instant fans,
Yeah.
vice versa.
It's
a
great
So it's
bill.
kind of,
Great
it's a
bill.
great like,
Complimenting
Yeah.
but not competing.
exactly.
Yeah, oh my gosh. A lot of
So
times
not competing, it's
people
been
pair
great.
things in like art shows too. They're like, these two things are so similar, they should be together. And it's like, no, that's like a cheese on cheese sandwich. Like just put something else in that and like let, cross pollinate. So
Right.
Do you have a band manager?
No.
nope,
Nope, we do not.
we do it ourselves.
We
Yeah.
manage ourselves.
We're getting to the point
Everybody's
though where things are like, what do we do? What do we, we've got this over, what do we do? If we had a manager in those kind of situations lately, in the last couple months, it would help.
It'd be cool.
When I've asked a couple people, should we look for managers, and they said no, they will come to you. So we're at that point now where we're like, the universe is open and we're open to it, so the right person will hopefully come into our life.
So, counter question to that then would be, do you find mentors along the way
Oh,
or
yes.
people? So that's
Oh, yeah.
kind of how you
Mentoring.
balance those.
Yeah.
Totally.
What do we do? How do we MacGyver
totally.
out of this? So
Every
I've got a
time
couple
we play
people,
with
yeah.
a band that's killing it or tour with a band that's killing it, like there's this moment where like every one of us kind of like corners them and talks to them like, how are you guys doing
what do we
this?
do?
Like,
What do you think
what do
about
you do
this?
with this?
Get
How
that
is this,
nice
how does this
band,
work
like,
for you?
How much
know,
did you
how-
get paid there? What do we know to go to the
Totally.
table
Right.
Yeah.
to fight for,
Right.
And
And I think that that's a very important question, and I think that people should stop being afraid to not only ask that question, but
But talk
answer that
about it.
question
Yeah, yeah.
and answer it honestly, because how, the fight should not be amongst other bands.
It's
The
not,
fight should
no.
be like to get people in the door, to
Right.
get, to
Totally.
figure out what to do, that it shouldn't be that.
yeah.
Competition is the antidote to
To everything.
To everything,
I hate
yeah.
it. I'm not interested in competition in any
You
way
know,
whatsoever.
I mean, it has a
But
point,
it
it has
still
a place.
For fun.
It has
if you're
a
like
place.
playing a game or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some times, but like a friend's band, we couldn't take this tour, just happened. And it was a great opportunity, and my friend contacted me and said, I'm really looking for this thing to happen in February and March. And I was like, well, you should contact
Yeah,
your
look
agent and
into
have them
this,
ask
yeah.
that, because they just offered this, we can't do it, but this is a great opportunity for you.
Yeah, and we're similar.
Yeah,
We're
we'll
similar.
help our friends and
Hopefully you
bands
get
and stuff.
that,
We'll tell them, give them advice, but we also look for
We
advice
get it too.
We need
Right,
it.
yeah, I mean.
But I must say, there is quite, depending on who you're with and touring, there is still a lot of competition. Like, the fact that we're a girl band, we're girls, we're females, and then you might tour with some male bands. And a lot
Let
of
me
them
check.
don't want to share some of that information and be so nice
Do you
and
think?
open.
I don't have
Oh,
that problem
I don't
ever.
have that.
I've had that experience in the past with people. They're just very not open-minded and not wanting
Some people
to
are
be,
just not helpful.
yeah, very not helpful,
they
or
don't-
they're just.
But the majority is
And
it's out
it is,
there.
and that's what I mean. It shouldn't be about competing. It's
yeah.
not about my band's better than your band or we're better than you.
Unless if you
It's
guys are
just-
talking about it beforehand, like let's go see
Yeah.
who's got the better crowd.
Yeah.
Let's go see.
Well, and
it's
that's
fun.
all in play, and
But
that's
Totally.
competition will eat you up inside that
Exactly.
shit. That
if it's
jealousy
meant
shit.
for nefarious reasons,
Totally.
it's no good.
Yeah, and most
Right.
of the time,
But
it
if
is
it's like a gym thing where it's like you're
pushing each other,
pushing
to be
each other
better,
to do better,
Right.
yeah, that's
and then it's
totally
better for everybody.
Right.
You know? If it's coming from a good place.
Totally.
Okay, so I know that you guys have somebody who does PR at the label, but have you ever hired like a publicist to do outside work?
No.
No.
Have you ever thought about it? Is this something that is it in the peripheral?
I think that we probably should now, talking to you about it. Like I thought it was fine.
no, don't blame me.
Well, no, our driver is our little spirit bunny. He's like the sweetest guy. He drives us crazy sometimes with his, but he's the best person. And he's always like, we need to get you a publicist. And I was like, stop, I don't know what you're talking about. But now I think we should maybe think about that. in a year or something, in a year.
Right.
You know, after we see.
We'll
what
write
we
a
do.
record that doesn't have so many cuss words on it.
Yeah, right.
And then it's more viable on different channels, and then we'll see where we go.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's dying down though? The whole like
Yeah, 'cause
Walmart,
the
you
internet.
can't have shit on this and
I
blah blah blah.
thought that, and I was like, I'm gonna say fucking shit because I say those words and fuck you. But then, like, every time something would come up, it was like our PR person would be like, hey, do you guys have a clean version of this?
Yeah.
And it was like, no.
So that's still a thing.
It's still a thing for some markets.
Because it's
depending on what
Nickelodeon
it's-
shows and
yeah.
stuff like that, and those people don't want to hear
Yeah.
a fucking song.
Right.
They don't want it.
So
Yeah.
They're
Their
gonna learn
little
eventually.
ears. Yeah.
Just fucking
not on
do it.
Nickelodeon, you know.
I mean, we try to keep it clean because a lot of these shows we've been doing recently have been all ages.
Yeah.
So we try to keep in mind that there's kids here.
Yeah.
But, you know, sometimes there's other bands that don't, and I'm kind of listening and watching, but it's like, as long as the parents are cool, you're cool enough to bring the kids to the
Yeah.
show, and don't get offended, it's a punk show, or whatever, and like, you know, I noticed that they're all gonna be okay and cool, so it's kind of like, that doesn't mean we're just gonna go all, oh, fuck you, and
Yeah.
fuck off, and this and that.
Right.
But it does happen, and I'm glad to see that it's okay. We do live in a world where
I think it's gotten better.
There's so much
but
exposure.
For
There's
the
nothing
masses,
derogatory
it's
about
still very much like
us.
us.
no.
It's something
No,
I'm
we're
thinking
just
about
open.
for the next record.
The
Because there's been
internet.
too many ones where I was like, well, we can't go back and re-record that at this point. Like, so
Yeah.
instead of saying no, I want to be able to say yes. And I personally learned, don't write so many cuss words into your songs.
Well,
That's all.
Or maybe just
Do
maybe
an edit.
instead of doing that, maybe just having while at the recording process,
Do
do a
it
clean
live.
version
That
and
could
then
be
just have that there.
the
Where
dwarves, yeah.
you
I
are not censored artistically. Your
I don't
fucks
know.
and shits can be in there.
Sometimes a fucking shit is the right thing, but sometimes I could use a
Yeah.
little vocabulary expansion,
Yeah.
you know?
Well,
So-
maybe we can invent some new cuss words. ladies.
Yeah.
All right. What social media sites do you guys use?
Earthling.
No, I'm kidding.
We try to use
I'm a
Twitter,
Facebook person.
Facebook,
Facebook?
Instagram.
They're more
Instagram.
Instagram. I only go on there for my cats and dog.
Twitter's hard. Being concise is hard. Hashtags are hard.
Yeah. Fat Rick,
Oh, yeah.
Bandcamp.
Yeah. We don't really do. I don't think we have a Snapchat, right? I don't understand
No.
Snapchat. I'm too old. I don't get it.
What's funny is
Is that
I
like a
used to have a
chat to explain it to
Snapchat,
me?
like I think it was over a year ago.
Took too much memory on my
And
phone.
then like it was kind of like I got
It's
bored
totally
with it,
different
and
now.
then it like
I can't
came
figure it
back
out.
all of a sudden, like all this new shit, you know. And it's like, wait, you're on Snapchat now? You weren't a year ago. It's
We're on
like,
LiveJournal. I'm just kidding.
so it's all hit again apparently.
MySpace.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember MySpace? Yeah, we still-
What
we
should
still
we be
use that.
on? What do you guys?
Well, I think that my opinion, our opinion, is that and then not to like date myself,
No.
but I think the kids these days, I think everything, like the minute that texting became the main form of communication and then emojis, I kept having this feeling that we were going back to this like hieroglyphics
Yeah.
type thing. So I think that the kids, so much of it is hieroglyphic type text messages or visual. So I personally think Instagram and YouTube
I love
is,
YouTube's huge.
is the now.
Yeah,
And I think that like
You're right about
so
YouTube.
you guys have been talking a lot. I mean, if I could pick like a common thread or a common theme through like all of your answers, but your individual answers as well, is that you guys stay true to yourselves. So in my mind, what I would want to see as a fan, and just also curious to see 4 women on the road, not being competing with each other,
Oh,
not
yeah.
doing whatever. I'd want to see like live, just even if it's just
We're doing
butt kiss
videos
or
every
stupid,
day,
just
yeah.
do
Funny
just do
videos.
funny
Lots of
videos
stupid videos.
of you guys, or it's like somebody snoring on the van,
Yeah.
you know, just
We
like
cover
just
a lot
we do
of
so
all,
like
yeah.
like
Maybe
doing
not
stuff
that.
like that. Like I'd want to see like what's like not being a musician, having never been in a band. Like I'd want to know what is that
What's going
experience
on in
like.
that van,
Yeah, like you know. So I think that's
Party.
my opinion.
Yeah.
See, somebody came up to me the other night and was like, I gotta tell you, like, I watched your stuff, like even your solo stuff that you did at home with your dad. And I was like,
Okay.
awesome. But he's like, it was so cool to be able to see you like playing some music with your dad. And I was like, rad. But like the little videos, we do the little videos. But YouTube is a thing that we should really get into.
Yeah.
My
You guys,
brother
yeah.
listens to all of his music from YouTube. So does Hunter. Like you go on YouTube and these playlists, it's all there.
Last night when I was writing and I was like having writer's block, you should see my feed. I was like pissed off at everyone because they were getting to sleep, and I was like, you all are sleeping, so I'm gonna destroy your feed with punk rock music. And I was playing like Agent Orange and Fugazi and all these different things, and I was just, all of them were just clips from YouTube. And it's like, that's all I do.
I don't even think about it, but it's something we definitely need to get
What's
into.
the ideal length for a YouTube video? Like, because is this something that people want to turn on and then do their shit, or is it like
Well, so it just
millennial
depends.
attention span?
So it just,
You know what I mean?
right.
You go
so,
in and type in Beatles playlist, and then
yeah, like that's the thing.
Come up.
YouTube has playlists that you can do. So it's like I can do like I can do a Fugazi playlist. I can do a this playlist. I can do a that playlist. I mean, there's a great Smashing Pumpkin one. There's a great Billie Holiday one that also incorporates Louis Armstrong and a couple of other things.
Yeah.
So I really like it, and I can kind of like futz with that a little bit. But for me, it's like, I think it's just the length of your song, but it's also like if you're doing something where it's just like something, it's like, it's the length of your comedy. Like, it's just, it's whatever you're trying to get, whatever point you're trying to get across, that's it. Okay, so other than social media, how do you guys market your band? By the way, we're on the second to last question, so.
Ooh. I'm an artist.
Amazing DIY art. The stuff that she does for us is killer.
At some point, I do feel like an asshole and a control freak, but I feel that I understand the message and the aesthetic, and like I'm avoiding. I feel like being able to direct that and not selfishly, but like to incorporate the interests of everybody collectively, like, and then visualize that is like an important thing to me. So that is, visually we are marketed.
I think our merch too, like people know our logo now. So if someone's
Again,
walking
created by
down the
Jenny,
street,
created a logo that
right, that
was
she
perfect for us.
created, I mean, she does all her stuff.
Out the gate, you know what I mean? It was done.
Like our stickers, our merch, like people see it and they're like, back up. Like I've seen that somewhere.
Even the
And
name,
then it's just kind of like, oh, you know?
I saw a flyer of yours and I was like, bad cop. Valerie's like, where?
Yes. Yeah. You start like you start getting familiar with people's logos and like bands and like you're like, oh, I know that band. I know I've seen it before. I know them. So then, yeah, people like I've had people come up to me and be like, I saw you guys somewhere. I saw you guys listed somewhere, and so I just came. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, really? So just by even just looking at a flyer or a logo, like seeing our name somewhere triggered them to remember us and like come out and check out
Your logo,
where
your
we're
crest.
at.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
weird. Anyways, it happened.
All right, and then how much time do you spend on your band other than practicing, songwriting, and recording?
10 to 40 hours a week, personally.
I would say it's my entire life.
No,
I'm always
active work.
active work.
Other than songwriting, recording, and practicing. So if you're not
Aside from that.
So practicing, songwriting, and recording is over here. How much time over here do you spend on the band?
10 to 40 hours a week. When I had the job that I quit, we just learned the term for this, I was wearing the wig. So I was working on the band every second I was in the desk. I would like eke out my work and do a kick-ass job, but be like, I'm super fast, so fuck you. I did that in 10 hours, and then the other 30 hours that I'm here, I'm cranking on BANDCAMP shit. Like, now that I work at a bakery and I don't have a secret downtime or a computer or a chair, it's harder, so I work 7 days a week. But it's always something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd say about 20 hours for me, because I still, I have the desk and computer, double screen accessibility.
Yeah.
And I do like the band financing and budgeting and planning, like
She's
tour
our
itinerary
accountant.
planning.
Which is
In-house
important,
accountant.
which is super important to have, by the way.
Yeah,
Not
it's just-
having-
It's just like a matter of like being in this position, the less that we have to worry about like what hotel we're gonna stay. Like, yeah, that's gonna happen, sure. But like if we're prepared, we're like, okay, this hotel's not that far away or whatever. We can call them up and see what the rates are at that point. Just something that we need to prepare.
Research.
Yeah, some research, like tour planning, itinerary, and advancing with promoters and stuff like that. So,
Right.
so I'd say probably about 20 hours a week.
Well, okay. Yeah, I do anywhere from 10 to, yeah.
She's our social media.
And I do the
marketing.
social media, so I do a lot of that with now the help. I mean, these girls help me too. If I can't do it or get to it, like say we got something coming out or there's a show, like I say, hey guys, I'm tied up, can you guys help me?
Yeah.
And so we split that, but I usually I'm on top of that, everything that is about us out there. Just want to know, gotta post it or we gotta something that goes out that we're not aware of, you know, I'm gonna stay on top of it, you know. And do ours.
I don't know. What do I do?
You write a lot of songs. I think you
Well,
You
I
do your website.
Well, no, I think I have the connections. I know a lot of people, so people come to me for a lot of things. I think the relationships that I have with everybody is kind of important.
Right. Okay.
Totally.
All right. So last question, ladies. What is the worst thing about being in a band?
Touring bathrooms and missing our dogs.
I think the ones we leave behind at home.
Yeah.
A life at home suffers
Yeah.
when you leave. As much as, you know, your family wants you to do this because it's your dream or whatever, and you're good at it, it's still really hard.
Yeah, even though they're supportive at home, it's being away from home, you know, the comfort of your home and traveling, like not sleeping in your own bed and seeing,
Straining
you know,
relationships.
Yeah, and the
sitting in your own toilet, you know, the comforts from home you miss on the road, but I think that's missing your pets and your loved ones is
If you
one
have
of the
kids, if
things.
you're women with kids, that's gonna be real hard.
It's tough.
Having irregular bowel movements for entire
Yeah.
weeks at a time.
I can't figure out what
no
to eat.
control over your diet because.
Yeah.
But you come home and you make vegetable soup and you pet your dog and it's all awesome.
Yeah.
You know?
You see a lot of gas
Or
stations.
cat.
Yeah.
A lot of hotel rooms and the venue you're playing at.
Mhm.
And unless you go out and make shit happen for yourself, make shit happen. Well, I guess that. You're just gonna be you're not seeing much. So you gotta go out and actively see some
Yeah.
shit. If you
Get
wanna
up
see
2 hours
the
early and see something awesome because otherwise, why do
And
it?
if everybody knows us, they know we like to do that shit.
Yeah, we
so.
like to do that. Even though it's hard to wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
What happened over there? She was so
Tweeting.
Ladies, you're beautiful. You're gorgeous.
beautiful.
We love you.
No,
and
we
we're
love you.
so
We love
excited
you.
about your show tonight.
Awesome.
Yay, we're so proud of you. Thank you so much for coming
Thank you.
here.
Oh my God.
Yay!
Great hanging out with you guys. Ladies.
She went back to the guy that beat her, who publicly called her his whore. If he came within 5 feet of me, there'd be a price on his head for sure. I'd use a fucking hammer on his face. Yes, I would do that for her. I would bite, kick, stab, and brawl. Then he'd be out her life forever.